Good morning, everybody, and today I'm going to bring you a pair of air battles in my NC.900 where I had a 300% silver line booster turned on for each one. So it's a premium airplane. I just got it for the festive quests of the end of 2017 around Christmas. And I had a little bit of trouble with it initially, but I'm starting to get a feel for it. Once you realize that the rudder isn't going to do you any favors when you're moving real fast in a dive, you can kind of you can do well with it. So I'll trim down the climbing and such here in these battles and mostly just get to the actual action. So this battle, I also had a 10% team silver line booster turned on, so a total of 310% for myself. But wanted to make sure that I let the team know that there's a 10% booster out there for them to use. Not a lot, but, you know, something to keep in mind. And unfortunately, an A26 crashed almost immediately. So I couldn't help but give him a little good-natured poke in the ribs about it. And very shortly after this, we'll get right into the action. Both of these battles were from the 22nd of January, 2018. And there we go. So I spot a DO-335. He's diving down on our Blue Falcon in the Sky Raider there, so I called him out to him and dove after him as fast as I could, but DO-335 with a 6-kilometer head start on me, I'm probably not going to catch him. So our 82 is going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering to survive until I can get there and take the DO-335 off of him. And unfortunately, he didn't quite pull it off. I'm not sure if he didn't see him coming or what, or if he just didn't maneuver well enough, or the DO-335 just opened fire on him with all three cannons fast enough to, you know, make any maneuvers irrelevant. But anyway, I stayed on him because he had turned around and run away from the F4U up there coming in on him, and I got myself lined up for some cannon fire. And I bagged him. Was pretty happy about that with a 300% silver line booster turned on. 310% for that matter. And turn head on towards a C205 as well as an FW190 coming off to my right that I realize is closing much faster than the 205, so I guess we're going in for him. And sure enough, he wanted to come head on, so alright. I got him, but he also got my engine, so I tried to roll back in on the C205, realize I don't have the engine power for maneuvering, even with the speed I've got. And I'm going to dive and try to haul as fast as I can back towards our airfield and hope that I can make it all the way back there to land and repair. It's not looking good since I have no oil left and my engine is well overheated. Pulled up to throw off whoever was diving on me there and not give them an easy firing solution, and then went right back over into my dive. I was going to line up on this light pillbox here and see if I could kill it with my cannons, even though I was pretty sure I couldn't, and then noticed somebody else coming in on me and realized maybe it's time to just make best possible speed towards the airfield. So I did that because I didn't figure I was going to make it very far anyway. And looking on the mini-map, I could see a whole lot of bad coming for me, and it wasn't very long before I just got utterly erased. But 2 kills, not too bad, and our team did real well. Here's we'll skip way ahead to the end of it. There's 1 out of 2 enemies going down there, and here's the final guy. Something about War Thunder. Everybody wants to head on. I do it a lot myself, but I try to avoid it if I can help it. So you can see Connor's there in his NC.900 just takes that FW190 out. Unfortunately, as you'll see in a moment, he also lost a critical part of his airplane, but he did get the final kill. So it was alright to finish off the battle with a fellow NC.900 getting the kill there. And that's a 300% 310% Silver Lion booster victory with a premium aircraft. That's not a terrible thing. So as the final tickets bleed off, let's go take a look at the results. So you can see 133,716 Silver Lions and 10,500 vehicle research. And I was only in 8th place. Not a bad battle at all, really. Just imagine if I'd been in 1st or 2nd, or 2 or 3 more kills. Still, I call that alright for a 310% Silver Lion boost. And I even unlocked the F6F5N for France. So for our second battle, I happened to also have another 300% Silver Lion booster. I'd gotten one of them from winning, or I don't even, well, not winning, one of them from just doing the daily arcade assault. It was either air or ground, I don't actually remember, because I've done them both recently. And one I just bought from the Warbond shop because I had unlocked stage 4, and that was the booster, was the 300% Lion booster for 10 Warbonds, so why not? So again, as we're starting our initial climb here, we'll cut it off and time jump ahead a little bit as I fly up to escort a PB-4Y. You'll see him in just a moment. I really do enjoy the NC.900 now. I was having, like I said, I had a couple of really bad debut battles, but we're starting to get to know each other. And we'll fade out here in a second and pick it back up as I'm closing in on my bomber escorting job with my bomber interceptor for Germany, for France from Germany. There we are. So this PB-4Y was up here, heading on in towards the bomb zones, and it's a pretty likely place to get intercepted, so I thought I'd go up and just make sure he was going to make it to his target. Got up, was going to pull alongside him and just kind of fly escort off his wing for a little bit, but with a 300% line booster on, I didn't want to waste too much time if there was no activity nearby. So I slowed down enough to make a leisurely pass by him and then zoom up over the top of him to make sure he saw me and didn't panic. And then take a look. He's shooting at something. There is a dot way off in the distance, but I don't think he was actually shooting at it. And you can see a whole lot of Russians down low, because where else would Russians be? They're certainly not ever going to go up high until they're in MiG-15s. So we take a good sweep at the air. It looks pretty darn clear up here for the PB-4Y, so I'm going to roll on off of him and head down and get mixed up in the battle down below us. Trying to decide between this Yak-9, who's just kind of lazily floating along, or the Tu-2, who's a great big old fat target, ripe for bomber interceptor cannons, and ultimately decide the Yak-9 is the target because he's one of the multiple aircraft chasing after my ally here in the F4U. Plus I can catch up with the Tu-2 later, and I don't want the Yak-9 to gain advantage on me, so we'll go in for him. And he pulls some kind of ridiculous maneuver here. Watch this coming up. Yeah. Okay. But I had a pretty darn good head of speed going on there and just used it to zoom way the heck back up and get right out of that mess. And then roll back in to go after the Tu-2 and the Su-6 over here near our ground units. AAA was getting a little uncomfortably close to me here, so I had to do a bit of maneuvering just to make sure that the AA didn't home in on me too quickly, as it is extremely likely to do. Keeping my eyes on the mini-map every couple seconds just to make sure no red dots are appearing behind me, and trying to speed as quickly as possible in to help out on these two SU-6s here. And sure enough, I look back behind me and suddenly there's something there. Which is, of course, the AC-9P that I overshot with his little interesting maneuver. But I did have pretty good speed going on him because he was coming in low. And I'm going to pull up hard into this SU-6 that just turned in towards me and is chasing our Hornet. And see if we can get some hits into him before the AC-9P catches me. Critted him real good, took his tail off, and then he got taken out by the Hornet, which was okay. Although he was certainly finished with his tail gone, but that's okay. Here's his buddy. Lines up beautifully in front of me. He's in a hard dive here, but I managed to clip his wing off with a little bit of scattered shooting. And the AC-9P gets taken off me by the P-51D, which was very great, so kill and an assist. And this Yak-9 UT I thought had his right wing cut off, but realized as he's still on me, chasing after me, coming in pretty hard, that no, he actually did not lose his wing. It only looked like he did for some reason. So I thought he was gone off me here, and then I turn around and look, and he's closing in and not crashing into the ground. Right about here is where I realized, oh, he didn't lose his right wing. Okay, then.
Destroy the target.
So I'm trying to use what speed I have to get away from him here, and luckily he turned around and went back in after somebody else. So I'm going to try to roll back around on him and get back engaged with him and not let him have a maneuverability advantage by taking away, giving us a numbers advantage instead. Especially as he just killed our Hornet. But there he went in. The F4U1 finally got him. So we're going to roll back around and we're going to chase down this SU-6 here. Trying to save my WEP for when I'm going to really need it, because I am catching the SU-6 without using it. Without using WEP, that is. Especially now that he's involved in a maneuver fight with the Spitfire.
Our victory is near.
Unfortunately, there's a second Sukhoi 6 who's now coming towards me, closing rapidly, and is going to reach intercept with me before I'm going to intercept the other Su-6. So we're going to pull up straight into him. And if you'll watch here, you'll see I crit him. It says I got his oil tank, and then I watched in a slow-mo replay, I also took his tail control surfaces off. But as he hit the wreckage of my plane, he got a kill on me, and I did not get a kill on him. And literally 25 minutes later in the battle, there's a BE-6 up in the sky, and the Su-6 that I was trying to chase down has landed, sat out of the battle for about 15 minutes, then respawned when all of our guys came back to land and refuel and rearm, and is chewing up ground targets and taking away our gigantic ticket lead that we had up to this point. And our guy in the Spitfire here has spotted him, but he's only 1 or 2 ground units away from ending the battle, and sure enough, there it goes. But at least we won the battle where I had 2 kills and a 310% booster, and lost the battle where I had 1 kill, 1 assist, and a just a 300% booster. But I also finished the research on my D520 in this battle. These were 2 consecutive battles, too, so Not too bad. 200,000 Silver Lions total between 2 battles, a win and a loss. It's not too bad. I could live with that average. Unfortunately, I don't have 300% Silver Lion boosters to use in every single battle. But there you go. That's all for today. We'll see you all very soon for more War Thunder. Take care, everyone. Thank you for stopping by and checking this one out, and we'll see you all next time.